Good morning, and welcome to Redeemer Lutheran Church. I'm Pastor Gary Lodeholt. I think Thomas gets a bum rap. Yes, we call him Doubting Thomas, but there's a lot about Thomas's doubt that is important for our own belief in the resurrection of Jesus. This week we are walking through the resurrection appearances of Jesus in order, and today we come to the Sunday after Easter. On this Sunday, the disciples are again gathered together, and this time Thomas is with them when Jesus appears. That may be more important than you know. Let's talk about Thomas a bit. He seems to be a no-nonsense kind of guy. When Jesus tells them that they know where he is going and that they know the way, Thomas is the first to admit that he doesn't. Lord, we don't know where you're going, so how can we know the way, he asks. And Jesus replies that he is the way, the truth, and the life. Another time when Thomas speaks, Jesus has just left Jerusalem where the priests and religious leaders were trying to kill him, and suddenly Jesus says he's ready to go back again. The others are aghast at this, but Thomas says, "Let us also go, that we may die with him." Now that doesn't sound like a person with a weak faith. He's committed to Jesus wholeheartedly. And at the worst, Thomas reflects what goes on in our lives as we are strongly faithful sometimes and strongly fearful and doubting at other times. The other really fascinating thing about Thomas is that he had a nickname. He was called Thomas the Twin. Some have speculated that perhaps he was a twin, and that's where the name came from. But many have wondered if Thomas bore an uncanny physical resemblance to Jesus himself, and so because of that, they called him the Twin. Some speculate that this might be the reason that Judas had to kiss Jesus in the Garden of Gethsemane to identify him when he was arrested, because only someone close to the group would be able to tell the difference between Jesus and Thomas. And beyond that, when the risen Jesus appears to the disciples and Thomas isn't there, it might be all too easy for scoffers to say that it wasn't Jesus who rose, but Thomas masquerading as Jesus. So what we need is to see both of them bodily in the same place at the same time. And when Thomas says he won't believe the resurrection unless he sees and touches the wounds, it's important also. You see, Thomas has heard the stories that Jesus has risen, and he won't believe anything less. He won't believe if it's some sort of mass hysteria. He won't believe if it turns out they saw a ghost. No, Thomas's protests aren't really about doubt at all, and are in fact mostly about a strong faith. He's saying, I'm not going to believe anything less than a full resurrection. So I need to be able to touch and see. Either this is real or it's nothing. What we have called Thomas's doubt is really his conviction. He believes a resurrection can happen as Jesus said, and wants to show that it really has. There's one more thing about Thomas that's important. When Jesus does make this appearance, Thomas responds by saying, "My Lord and my God." It's the first instance where the risen Jesus is worshiped and made known as God. Finally, Jesus tells his disciples to go to Galilee, about 60 miles away, and there follows another interlude of no appearances while they make their way there. Thanks for watching, and remember to let this day belong to God.